What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction and Hobbies? Athearn Genesis rolls out the sound with their latest steam offering. It's Union Pacific FEF Series Northerns rolling into our store. Built by Alco for high-speed service across the vast flatlands west of Cheyenne, these greyhounds of the Great Plains are faithfully rendered in all their glory. Offering features such as a fully detailed boiler backhead, working windows, hatches and doors, see-through running boards, dual-mode digital control with automatic detection, a working front-end emergency light, analog-compatible handheld remote control unit, and a dual-speaker stereophonic sound system for the very best in audio realism. Although only 4 out of an original 45 FEFs survive today, their legend can live on within your very own modeling world. Come pick up one while supplies last. Rolling onward to the topic of rolling stock, Intermountain Railway Company is mixing things up with a combination of post-war and modern freight cars. 12-panel 40-foot boxcars are first on the list, featuring elements such as freestanding ladders and grab irons, separately applied brake rigging, fully detailed dreadnought ends, and custom printed lettering and reporting marks, authentic to the specific prototype. Additionally, modern sweetener tanks are also now in stock, available in a variety of shippers with loadouts ranging from sugar to corn syrup. Featuring see-through platforms, KD couplers, metal wheels, brake rigging, and laser-sharp lettering on all sides. Commonly found throughout the Midwest and Western United States, these 20,000-gallon rated cars, actually 19.6, are sufficient to satiate any model or sweet tooth. Diabetic testing kits sold separately. And as if that wasn't enough, Intermountain is adding to the list this month with EMD FT diesels. The revolutionary locomotive design that sounded the death knell for steam on American railroads, the FT ranks among the most significant developments in the history of railroading. And now Intermountain has done this industrial icon justice with precision craftsmanship and intricate detail. Featuring see-through mesh fans and grillwork, freestanding handrails and grab irons, directional lighting, separate fan blades, KD metal couplers, and a Soundtrax brand Tsunami sound system. Sold in pairs as an AB set, these models even offer the permanent drawbar coupling system that was a unique feature on EMD products of this era. Available in over 30 different liveries, so there's sure to be one to fit every layout, even yours. Returning to steam, Mike's Train House is bringing East Coast elegance back with New York Central streamlined Hudsons of the Empire State Express. From the moment it became the first train to ever break 100 miles per hour, until the day it was eclipsed by the luxury of the 20th Century Limited, the Empire State Express was the flagship train of the legendary New York Central System. Designed by NYC Chief Architect Henry Dreyfuss to match the streamlined coaches they pulled, 2 of the railroad's fleet-footed 464s were equipped with a 2-tone silver and black paint scheme, complemented by stainless steel fluting on the tender. The result was a unique look and an odd train with one foot in the past and the other in the future. A curious combination of a dying technology mated to cars that better belong behind a diesel. Now you can relive those heady days when steam and diesel power both vied for dominance of America's rails with this master-crafted machine. Featuring all die-cast construction with a 5-pole flywheel-equipped motor, other features include a detailed cab interior, sprung drivers, prototypical Rule 17 lighting with constant voltage, a realistic coal load for the tender, operating backup light, wireless connectivity between locomotive and tender, and a ProtoSound 3.0 sound system. Available in limited supply and going fast. Get them before they're gone for good. Rounding the bend back to freight equipment, KD has 2 new offerings this month, sure to grab the attention of boxcar lovers everywhere. First off, 40-foot Pullman standard cars, which formed the backbone of American freight operations from the dark days of World War II, all the way up until the post-deregulation era of the 1980s. In production for over 20 years, more than 100,000 of these cars rolled out of Pullman's Butler, Pennsylvania plant before the line was discontinued and the company's focus shifted instead to larger and more modern 50-foot cars. Featuring an added 10 feet of length and extra-wide 9-foot doors, these cars were better suited to the oversized operations of a developing post-war railroad industry, and quickly supplanted their smaller cousins as the favored method for transporting manufactured goods. Complete with intricate body details, freestanding ladders, brake accessories, mesh roof walks, dreadnought ends, and scale couplers, KD has gone all out in their effort to achieve overall realism with these cars. Not to be outdone, Red Caboose Hobby strikes back with a pair of offerings of their own. First off, livestock cars of the 1940s era. Built with KD couplers, metal wheels, separately applied detail parts, and high-resolution lettering for a crisp look, these rolling cattle pens are complete in every detail, except for the characteristic smell, of course. And on a slightly more modern note, Pacific Fruit Express mechanical refrigerator cars. A quantum leap from the older stage ice cars that preceded them, these rolling cold storage containers proved worthy recipients of the rich history embodied by the PFE name. Modeled with see-through grillwork over the compressor compartment, other details include brake rigging and piping, realistic door hardware, KD-compatible couplers, and roof walk stanchions without the roof walk, typical of all freight cars bearing post-1966 rebuild dates. Also this month, MDC Roundhouse is out with 50-foot outside brace automobile boxcar kits. Used by railroads to transport new automobiles in an era before the development of the modern auto rack, these cars were noted for their elongated frames and extra-wide double doors. Equipped by Roundhouse with realistic wood siding, sharp lettering, prototypical emblems, and KD-compatible couplers, only minimal user assembly is required for operation. In other news, there's a newcomer to our list of featured manufacturers. Models from Bluford shops debut this month, starting with short-body transfer cabooses in Missouri Pacific Red, Union Pacific Yellow, and Southern Pacific Kodachrome, among other liveries. Originally designed as an easy means of transporting railroad employees from one station to another, railroads eventually adapted these utilitarian cars to a variety of uses, proving their versatility time and time again. Features include wire grab irons, cut levers, air hoses, and KD No. 5 couplers. And speaking of cabooses, Atlas is out this month with Chesapeake and Ohio style center cupola designs in multiple road names. First produced in 1937, 350 of these compact cars would roll off the line by the time production ended in 1949, with many remaining in service until the early 1980s. Featuring true-to-scale dimensions with optimally weighted and fully detailed underframes, separate side railings, metal wheels and couplers, and steam-era stirrup steps for that old-time touch of class. And finally, what would our monthly video be without an update on our developing narrow gauge layout? Progress has continued to be steady since the last time we visited, with the highly intricate Howe truss bridge now installed and operating. Track lane is now more or less complete, and so aside from chasing a few minor bugs from the system, our attentions are now turning to the issue of landscaping and scenery. Expect these plywood plateaus to be replaced by verdant slopes and lush forests in the very near future. But of course, you don't need to take our word for that. Come on down and see for yourself here at Rogers Railroad Junction and Hobbies today.